Hey man, what the do y'all know about sports?
You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period. Welcome back, everyone, to the What Do Women Know About Sports Podcast. I am Bree Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
What's up, Victoria?
Hey, what's going on?
You know, another week.
So, word on the street is, these Popeye chicken sandwiches coming back.
I don't care about that. I didn't care about it when it first hit.
But yeah, it's just to let y'all know, it's supposed to come out early November.
So around Thanksgiving, they gonna really be tripping.
I said early November. What did I say?
I mean, like November is like Thanksgiving month, so it doesn't matter when it come out.
True.
I mean, I don't understand what the big deal is. Like, they were out way back in April.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I guess when people started comparing it to Chick-fil-A,
listen,
people wanted to know.
Here's the thing. The Popeye sandwich may have been a little bit more crispier, but
that spicy mayo.
But nothing is going to beat the greatness of Chick-fil-A.
I actually compare. I was in New York, and I actually tried both the Popeyes and the Chick-fil-A. Yeah, Popeye's hitting.
But
I'm
listen,
just saying.
Nothing is gonna. But listen, the service you get at Chick-fil-A outweighs any tasting sandwich that Popeyes can ever give you.
You're right.
Chick-fil-A will crawl through a hole for you. Okay, that's it.
A sewer
for you, and get your cell phone. That's how great of a service they offer.
I give you that. You're right.
That's all that matters is the great service.
You're right.
Unless it's McDonald's, because they do throw blenders.
We're not going there.
This is not sports, Victoria.
I know. I just had to announce it. Get the people ready.
Don't go buy them chicken sandwiches.
Actually, do is good. Sorry.
All right, so let's take y'all back a week. Unfortunately, our Cardinals,
our beloved Cardinals,
are somewhere at home chilling. I hope. I
I
just don't get it. Like, they went from a Game 5 against the Braves and a 10-0 first inning to getting swept the next round. They didn't have no fight.
I don't think they was ready. Look, listen, and I was arguing with friends back and forth on Facebook about this. Like, the Nationals are more hungrier. They were a way better team than we were.
And this would be their first one in centuries. Probably.
And we've been at this place before, so it's nothing new to us. This is their first time. So of course they're going to be more hungrier than we are.
I know, it just sucks because this was our first time getting to playoffs since 2015,
right?
And we was really excited for it.
Yeah.
However, I will say that even though we didn't go as far as we would have hoped, just getting us back in playoff contention is that's a start.
Right.
Winning the Central Division, that's a start.
Right.
So next season, come out and be better than what we were this
Hopefully
season.
get rid of a few people.
But it is disappointing. But I mean, you move on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not really watching the World Series like that.
I saw a couple of games.
I mean, I catch highlight reels.
I actually seen a couple of games. Nationals, like I said,
Are
they want
butt.
this. They want this
because the first two games were in Houston.
Right.
Astros, they struggling a little bit.
A little bit.
And
the last game they played, they lost. It was 13-2.
And the next three games are in Washington.
Yeah, it's a wrap. I'm sorry.
The next three are in Washington.
It's a wrap, man.
And so I was thinking about that. So you know how the Washington Mystics won the WNBA championships? Mm-hmm. If the Washington Nationals win the World Series,
that's gonna be good.
That'd be a really dope thing, for their city. Or I don't know how the Washington Redskins are doing it football wise right now.
No, they're horrible.
Okay, well then let's just forget about them.
They're horrible.
Okay, but I think if they win and then they already won, that's two championships for their city in one season or the same year. That's pretty dope.
That we was kind of hoping that would happen to us, but whatever. But
You right. Oh my God.
Right.
But listen, we got one.
Okay, that's cool.
And we got one that mattered the most.
Right.
I mean, the Cardinals matter, but that hockey was a big deal.
Yes.
So I was pretty excited about that. So make sure y'all just continue to tune in and watch the World Series.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Astros, they pick it up in the next couple of games.
They're gonna have to.
But it's back in Washington. Like it's harder to beat a team like on their home field. It's harder.
Look, it's gonna be like the Astros they swept us. They're gonna sweep them. Then they're gonna sweep them.
You think so?
I think so.
It's a possibility.
Like that, the Astros were like the best team, like in with both leagues, right?
I don't know because
It was like them, Dodgers, and Yankees. They were like the top
I was
three.
shocked they beat the Yankees.
Yeah.
That was a surpriser. Shout out to Dre. I know he kind of heartbroken right now.
But look, that's all right because both our teams out. I thought it was gonna be us and the Yankees, but it didn't happen like that. So
Oh, you thought that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did. I believed in my team.
Listen, I was very optimistic until a certain point. And after that, it was just like, well, this is a wrap. I actually called it after Game 3. I was like, I'm calling it.
Yeah.
We're not going no further. I called after Game 3 for us.
Right. So we're gonna move on to the sport that matters the most.
Right now.
Right.
So October 22nd, the NBA is back.
Yes, thank God.
I don't think anybody has been more excited for a season to start or any season than this NBA season.
Exactly.
It is
because it's well balanced.
It's
no
well
super
balanced.
teams going on, so you get to see like who's the best of the best. Like previous seasons we knew like the Warriors are gonna win. We already know whatever.
It's very,
blah blah blah.
It's very very well balanced.
Right.
However, a few people who you like are expecting to play are not playing currently. Like I know Zion is out for like 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, that hurt.
I know Paul George isn't playing as of yet.
Right. Yo, boo.
Yeah, KD out until like next season. I'm really sad about this, but it is what it is. Clay is supposedly to be out at least until the All-Star break, but it's coming out that he may be out the entire season. So who knows about Clay? I think is Boogie still out?
Yeah, he's still out.
And he got his own personal issues that he's dealing with.
Right.
So but aside from those people like being out, it's still gonna be a lit season.
Of course.
I'm pretty excited.
Of course. So, did you see the game opener?
Which one?
So they had the Pelicans and
I did watch that one. So it was the Pelicans and the Raptors,
right? Reigning champs. They
got their rings. Okay, so the Raptors. I expected them to be a little bit better than what they were.
Well, duh, they not because Kawhi's gone. So duh.
So I kind of felt like, especially in the first half, like they were really lax.
So like the start of the game, like the Pelicans, they were getting it. Like without Zion, like they was getting it.
And they are like a really young team.
Super young. It's like from like ages, I think it was like 19 to like 23.
They're a young
So it's
team.
a young squad.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought the Raptors were like really laxed, especially in the first half. And it could have been like from the excitement of them getting their ring that night as well, which is fine. I just thought like they were extra laxed. I don't like Kyle Lowry's haircut. That's a problem for me, but hey.
Wow.
However, a plus for the Pelicans, I have never been the biggest fan of Lonzo
Ball,
and it's nothing against him because like I think he's a really talented player. I think the issue was like I thought his dad like kind of overdid it a lot for him. But like watching that game and him like I guess playing point, he is a great ball handler. Like some of the passes that he was making were like spot on, like great passes, to key players. Mm-hmm. So, like, I think he...
Like Ingram, he kind of...
struggled.
Yeah, I mean, like... he did his thing. I mean, like, they definitely need Zion, you can tell. But
yeah. And in a lot of cases, it's the shots you make. You have to pick great shot selections. I think Brandon Ingram just be out there just shooting
or not shooting. Like there are plenty
Yeah.
of times I'm like, why you dunk the ball? Like you right
Yeah.
there. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
It's all about your shot selection.
and he long is like
Yeah.
long. Use that as your advantage.
But I think it was just game one for them. It's gonna be I think for them it's gonna be a really fun season. They can only grow.
Yeah, I
from
mean
each game. Each game for them is gonna be like a growing lesson.
right. And Zion's out for like 6-8 weeks. I mean,
but that 6 to 8 weeks being out, then he has to like get back readjusted.
yeah. And
So.
I feel like Zion's a big dude, and for a big dude, he moves
Like
pretty quick.
Yeah.
And that kind of can be a bad thing, because
Yeah.
that's all that weight he got, all that weight. Which is why his knees is, you know what I'm saying? Like all
Yeah.
that weight, he probably need to be a little leaner. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
cause you know what I'm saying. All that weight
I
on
don't
your
think
knees, that's not. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to. I'm just more concerned about his state of mind, like with him being out for 6 to 8 weeks, and like
think he'll be
you a
fine.
rookie.
He'll be
I would
alright.
hope so. I think so.
Like,
But
please don't let this be another Greg Oden situation. We don't need that.
But overall, it was a really good opener between those two teams. I mean the Raptors did win.
Went to overtime. Yeah, they did win.
But
Was Drake there?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see him.
You
But
know, he has
overall, the Pelicans are going to be a nice squad.
They'll be
So
all right.
if they are your team, like you have a lot to look forward to.
Right.
Whether
They can-
it's whether it's this season or
Oh, they
moving
got plenty of
forward,
years to build.
Yeah,
No, they'll be
it's going to
good.
be a great squad.
So do you think? So the next game was it
The Lakers and the Clippers.
So do you think that trade for Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, and Lonzo Ball was worth it for AD coming to LA?
It depends on how you look at it. The Lakers are trying to build around LeBron, as we know. They were all like young players when they played with him last season. And granted, you can always build and mold players like to be or to fit whatever the vision may be for your team. However, AD is already established. So it depends on how you look at it. Do you want a player who is, because LeBron, whether people want to admit it or not, he's getting closer and closer to not playing.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah, like he's like 30 something.
He's older. He's getting older.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's like he's getting closer and closer to not playing than he is to playing because he's older. So it's kind of the situation of why are we building around him and he's older but he's still LeBron.
Right.
So who do we keep our young core or do we bring in players like who are already a player one already like by themselves, which is like AD, Boogie. They were already like key players on like separate teams,
Right.
especially AD and Boogie in like with the Pelicans. I thought that was a good duo there. But then again, like you always want to, it's a plus like when you have like young players, you can build around and build them into being another Warriors franchise because those players were drafted to that team and they built like something like spectacular. So it just depends on who you ask. I'm not against the trade for Anthony Davis.
I mean, the Lakers, this your team, so you know.
So like for me, I'm always gonna bleed purple and gold. I'm not a LeBron like person. I've
Right.
never been. I just want to see how it works out because like game one, it wasn't a win for them.
But you know they was going against the Clippers, so you know we got this LA rivalry going on.
It's always gonna
And-
be I don't care what you say. Like I think Los Angeles is always gonna be a Lakers city.
Of course it is,
Yeah.
obviously. But the Clippers, man.
Oh, they something
mean,
serious, baby.
Dude,
They
a
problem.
They still do not have Paul George. So just imagine if Paul George came
They're
back.
a problem.
It's gonna be a
They're
problem.
gonna be a problem. And you know they have on their team the biggest pest in Patrick.
Oh my
Beverley.
God, man.
Listen, if y'all think I don't like LeBron James,
that dude,
Patrick Beverley is a freaking pest.
man.
But he plays his role. Like he knows that's his role and he plays it to the core.
Ooh,
I
right.
hate it so much.
Yeah, he does. But so like basically, so what's gonna make the Clippers better than the Lakers is their bench.
Oh yeah, they bench put up
They pretty much all
Bench
the
mob.
bench reserves, like, they put up 10 points each.
bench mob is on point. And that's the thing though. Like when building a team, it's great to have like your starters and maybe your 6 man off the bench, or maybe even 7 man off the bench.
Because, they Clippers got the, Lou Williams, he's a 6th man, like,
twice, like
won 6th man of the year 3 times at the little NBA award.
Listen,
So,
with any team, it's great to have like your starting 5, but that 6th man or maybe even that like 7th man, they have to put up great numbers too. When your entire bench
Right.
can put up, that's a problem. That's a problem.
yeah.
And so, and Kawhi is still in that mode of I'm coming off a championship ring. Like he's still in that go mode.
And it sucks because he got booed. That's his hometown. He got booed. Clippers fan booed him. or no, the Lakers. No, the Lakers fan booed him. They thought he wanted to come to LA.
And I bet when Paul George plays that they gonna boo him too when they play Los Angeles. Because like Paul George was like one of the biggest Kobe fans, and you picked a team that Kobe never played on. I mean, and I get like it's not about your relationship with Kobe; it's about you as a player. So I get that. The Clippers are gonna be a problem though,
And they are.
because I thought the home opener with them and the Lakers, I thought it was gonna be like Lakers, like
Of course.
that's not the case.
I thought AD was going to come out like.
And granted, it's only game 1, and
It is, but to me, this is just my opinion. Game 1 sets the tone for the whole season.
it does. But I have been saying all off season that I want to see how they gel as a unit. Just because like we got LeBron James or we have Anthony Davis, they have to be able to play cohesively. I'm not saying that either one of them are not like they both are not ball hog players, but you still have to play as a unit. And so I don't think they have that yet. It's an 82 game season. They down 1, but I don't think they are at a point where they are playing cohesively as of yet.
Yeah, like Danny Green was pretty much like the first game. Danny Green was like the best player on that team. Like, really?
Okay. So yeah, it's going to take them some time just to be able to. I hope it don't take half the season, but it may take a couple of games just for them to get into a rhythm or even a flow of playing.
Actually, that's what preseason for.
But they don't play preseason.
Yes, they do. Yes, they did.
Who AD? But it is. But like, who really?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Who really takes preseason games seriously like that though?
It's like a practice game.
That's exactly. So I don't know. So
I mean, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know.
I'm hoping for a turnaround soon. Soon.
But aren't they talking about bringing back? No, that was for Warriors. So
Iggy for next season.
right.
I think that's a good idea. Like Iggy,
He should have never left. But
yeah, it's a business. This is not personal. It's always business. Speaking of them, the Warriors played the Clippers last night too.
Woo, let's talk about them.
Okay,
Woo.
so as we all know, the difference a year can make in your squad. The Warriors,
Not even a year.
yeah, some months.
Right.
The Warriors went from having 5 All-Stars to now they only have they have 3 who are currently playing. It's Steph, Draymond, and D'Angelo Russell. So it'll be 4 if Clay is playing, but they went from having 3 like who played to now it's just to 5 who was playing, so it's just 3. They have a completely new team. Like key players like Jordan Beal is no longer there. Quinn Cook, he plays for the Lakers now as well. KD, as we all know, is gone. Boogie is in there. He with the Lakers now. Sean Livingston, he retired.
Right.
And then Iggy was traded. So all you really have still is Steph.
Oh, Draymond Green.
And Draymond. And Draymond, he's more of like a defender. When he shoots, it's more times than none, it's going to always be off. Clay is injured, like currently. So it's just those 2 and D'Angelo Russell, who's new to the squad, and then players like who are like fairly new kind of. So I didn't expect them to come out with a win.
I don't know, but all I'm gonna say is we really gonna see what Steve Kerr is all about. coaching wise.
I think
Because you ain't got no super team no more.
But
so
I think
like,
he's still a great coach, though.
Yeah, but now without a super team, like, what you really about now?
I think the offense he runs, it's still great. It's probably just no match like for better teams right now. That's the issue. I think he still runs like great offense like plays and defensive plays. It's not going to be as easy as it was. It's going to be up to. It's not about your coaching. It's going to be up to your team to execute. If they can't execute,
you got to coach too.
If he can run and tell you like the play, if the team isn't executing it, that's not on him. Like you have to execute the play. I think Steve Kerr is still like a really dope coach, but it's gonna be up to the team to be like, all right, we gotta make this happen. They had some runs yesterday, so like the game started, like the Clippers went on like a 16-0 run, and then Steve Kerr called a timeout. They came back and then went on a 10-0 run. So they had moments, but
they got their butts kicked.
They never
like
led. They never led. They lost, I think, by like 19.
These teams gonna be too much for them.
They lost by like 19. But it's not a bad squad. They just have. It's gonna be a building thing for them. It's gonna be a building thing. I know with them being in a new arena, it's no longer Oracle.
Right.
It's called the Chase Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Looks really nice. Steph is gonna have to like find his spot because he doesn't have his spot in this arena as of yet, which is gonna be a problem because he shoots. But even with that, with them playing the Clippers last night, the Clippers were still dominant. Like Patrick Beverley, he's still a pest. Like Kawhi had a great game. The bench came out, played like how they play.
So they got to figure out how to. It's nice teams, and as always, the West always got some stacked teams.
Always, and even with that in mind, I think the Warriors may still make the playoffs.
They may be like the 8th seed.
I just don't see how far. I don't know how far they will get.
They won't get that far, obviously.
But then again, it's a long season, so we don't know yet. Like by the time when April starts, May,
right.
We just gotta wait and see. But so yesterday, it wasn't like oh my god, like they suck. It was just like okay, they have work to do. That's how I took it from watching that game. I also watched yesterday the Rockets and the Bucks game.
The Bucks, yeah.
Listen, James Harden and Westbrook had their first sideline argument.
They what?
They had their first like sideline argument.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, it was the first game.
Oh my god!
And it was the first game. Like, what are y'all arguing about?
Wow.
This is the very first game. Like, what's the problem?
Wow. You know I don't mess with Westbrook, right?
I'm a fan.
He is not. I don't know. That's gonna jail, man.
I'm a fan. I think it will because they were teammates when they played for the Thunder. I mean, listen, it may work, but I want to see how Mike like D'Antoni is gonna coach Russ because he doesn't run like defensive plays.
No, he does not.
And Russell Westbrook will play defense, so that's gonna be different for him to like just be running off like.
They're like the same squad from last season.
Minus
like,
Chris Paul.
Right, basically.
Minus Chris Paul is the exact
It's pretty
same.
much the same stuff they doing last season.
He has to learn how to play like run defense. But so
like chucking these threes is not gonna cut it.
And they did that last night too.
Right.
And they did that last night too.
No.
I mean, but watching the game, the Rockies were leading like at least through like quarter 3. The Bucks came back and won. They came back from like 16 points down and won the game. They are going to be a pretty decent squad again. Giannis is a problem.
Of course.
He's going to always
He can
be a
move
problem.
for a big dude too. So, ain't his brother on the same team?
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
right.
That's even better for
right?
them. It's because like they know each other.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's going to be bananas. Oh yeah, that's going to be dope.
All right. So, we gotta talk about them Brooklyn Nets, Kyrie.
So
you said to me, you thought Kyrie blew it.
Listen, it was a lot. It was a lot going.
Blow it?
It was a lot going on in that dribbling section. Listen, sir, you was doing a lot.
You know he do that. He does.
He was doing a lot.
He does do a lot.
It was a lot. He was over dribbling.
I know.
That's what I'm getting.
That's what you mean by that,
yeah,
right?
He was doing a lot.
Okay, that's fine. But, he did get 50 points. That's the most.
They played a good game.
They did. They went to overtime.
Yeah.
They ended up losing, though. But here's my thing with this season. So, KD is out right now. So, if Kyrie has to put up 50 points every game, that's not going to work.
He going to be tired.
And we ain't got. And who else is on that team?
You tell me. You tell me.
Like, Kyrie should not have to be putting up 50 points every night just for them to win. Just for them to win.
Or at least attempt to win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he going to have to step up and be that number one. Obviously.
He has to be consistent to be number one.
Right.
I never thought he wasn't a number one. It's the consistency.
No, he's. You know my stance.
I know your stance.
He's a number two, not a number one.
I know your stance. It's the consistency factor for him, though. You have to be consistent.
If that's the case, everybody got to be consistent.
And yeah, always be consistent. Listen, be consistent. So the season opener, I saw a video when they were introducing like Kevin Durant and KD. KD walked out. He didn't have like no smile on his face. Sir,
he ain't mad because he not playing.
Sir, I don't care. You wanted this trade. You smile.
So, you think what?
I don't know what his problem was. So just watching the video and seeing the facial expressions, it comes off like he was just like, okay, I'm here. That's how it came off. Just watching the video. So he could have been mad that he wasn't playing. Who knows? I'm just saying, like, if you were being welcomed like somewhere new, wave to the crowd. He didn't do that either. Like, he was like, that's not a wave to the crowd. Don't do that.
Yeah, get your boo together.
Get your life together. Better get your life together. I did see a video. I shared it on my personal Instagram. It was a video where Kevin Durant was talking with his friend Serge Ibaka, who plays for the Raptors.
Right.
And
he got so in case y'all don't know, Sergio Ibaka has his own show. It's like cooking. It's like a cooking show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Serge asked him. He asked KD like he was like, if you did not get injured like during the Western Conference Finals, do you think like y'all would have beat us?
Nah. And
Kevin was like, yes. He was confident. Like he was like, yes. It was no way. Like Kevin said, like we probably would have won 7 games. But it's no way like you're. So Kevin was like, it's no way like y'all are gonna win, and you have a 2-time Finals MVP like in the opposite team. But in Serge's defense, like he was like we were on a roll as a team, like we were like plowing through teams like as the Raptors. So question: if Kevin Durant wasn't injured, if Clay did not get injured, who would have won that series?
Obviously the Warriors.
Okay.
Duh.
But Serge don't think so. Like he honestly thinks that the Raptors like would have still won.
Okay. I don't think so. Just because y'all got Kawhi, they wasn't gonna win. They looked out on it.
You think it was luck?
Yeah.
I think they looked out with. I do too. With them both going down, there was luck on y'all end. There was luck on y'all end.
Definitely, because KD could easily put up
50, 40.
Man. They
really. So here's the thing. I think the Warriors could have won without KD, but when Clay went down,
that's what solidified it. Like, yeah,
it's no way. It's
no
way.
I definitely agree with KD on that.
I do too. But it was a good little segment.
But you can't be I mean, these what ifs, like you can't
do what ifs. But it was
like,
just a question.
It is
just a question. But you can't always go by what ifs.
Exactly.
Because what ifs are just what they are. Or what ifs. But that's exactly what they are. So the GOAT, the greatest of all time, in Michael Jordan.
Oh.
He did an interview on it was Today. I think it's like the Today Show. Well, anyway, he did an interview, and the interviewer asked the question about Hall of Famers, and I guess like Steph Curry's name came up. And Michael Jordan made this statement as in his mind, what he said was that Steph Curry is a great player. He is not doubting his greatness as a player, but he said that Steph Curry is not a Hall of Famer, ... yet. And it caused the uproar, especially in the sports world.
Right.
I asked the same question on our podcast Instagram page, and when we got a response from Dre, if you don't know, it's Dre Day, it's
Sports with Dre Day, Sorry, Dre, we butchering it.
Sports Way with Dre Day. It's Sports Way with Dre Day. He said that he does agree, but it's solely because Steph Curry is still playing.
Yeah.
Most Hall of Famers are retired players.
Right.
So then my next question was, if Steph was to retire today, would Steph be a Hall of Famer?
Yeah,
and
he would.
And he was like, most definitely yes.
He would. Obviously, I mean. So Steph Curry did respond to that.
And he was like MJ, my dude.
So he said, so this is what he said. He says, I think I'm good, but then I'm never complacent.
Yeah.
He says, I know I have more to prove to myself. So when you hear a guy like that, who's the greatest of all time, it's kind of funny. So Steph know, like, he know.
Yeah.
Of course he got some work to do. He still got some years left.
Yeah.
And he's still going to accomplish so much more.
Yeah.
So, but in MJ's defense, he couldn't really say nothing because he's like part owner. So he can't really like be like, oh, Steph, yeah, he the best. He can't do that.
So I had a conversation like this with one of my coworkers, and I was leaning more towards like MJ was tripping, but I had like a little part of me that was like, okay, maybe he could be right. So he asked me, so what do you feel about LeBron? I said, well, if LeBron was to retire right now in this moment, he's definitely a Hall of Famer because of what he has accomplished. Like, he brought his hometown or the team he played for like so long, like their first ring. Like, as much as I feel like LeBron is a flopper and a crybaby, I cannot doubt.
We can't knock his talent.
I can't knock the talent. In many cases, however, I feel like Steph can be a little better. I don't always feel like Steph plays like both ends. I feel like Steph, and so for me, this is just me. I think to be a Hall of Famer or to even be considered like in that category, which Steph is, he's definitely in a category, but you have to play like both sides of the court, and Steph doesn't always do that now. But I'm definitely not going to say that he isn't a Hall of Famer, because like if Steph was to retire today, we have never seen a greater shooter. Steph has like a redefined shooting on the basketball court.
Yeah, so Steve Kerr, he's played with MJ for some years. Won some rings with this dude.
Won some rings.
Many rings. Many. As the 3-point maestro himself.
Yeah.
But he responded, he basically said, I think Michael Jordan has his own Hall of Fame in his head. So.
Yeah, and we all know like Mike, and listen, no shade, but MJ be kind of hating a little bit on some people. A little bit. And just a smidget.
Like who?
Listen, MJ be having little comments. Listen, I'm not knocking the GOAT, but he be having some little slight comments. Just a little bit. But regardless, though, it's still his opinion.
But like I said, he can't say too much, though. He had to say that.
That's his true.
But he had to.
That's his opinion. Like, I'm like, listen, but it had like social media up in the uproar. Like, people was like, is he tripping? What's MJ on? Oh, he out here wilding. Cause it came off like, so Steph ain't a Hall of Famer, really?
But he said yet.
But it's.
Listen, he said yet.
If you don't look for those 3 dots and then that,
people don't read.
Exactly. So all they saw was the Steph isn't a Hall of Famer.
Right. That's all they heard.
Yeah.
They selective, whatever.
Selective.
Stop it.
It's very selective. But yeah, it's Mike's opinion. I feel like if Steph was to retire today, because of what he has done as far as like shooting, he's definitely a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Definitely a Hall of Famer. In the world of NCAA, it's starting. Basketball is starting in NCAA world. I'm so excited. As you all know, I am a UConn fan. Women on UConn.
Right, let's get that known.
Let's make that known, baby. Listen, the UConn women is my team, so I'm really excited. hoping for them to make it through March Madness and win. They haven't won since 2016. They have 11 national championships.
Okay.
I'm excited. But I'm excited for the other teams as well, too, like men and women. But UConn is just my team.
Okay.
Speaking of NCAA.
Oh, Lord.
In the state of Missouri, we have a school here called Mizzou. So because like basketball season is starting, they had like some of their players or some of their athletes like do this video snippet and say like different, like it was positive things about themselves. The issue is that if you look at the photos that are circulating, the students who are not black or not of color, they have these catchphrases or slogans they said about themselves, and like it was things about them being like doctors.
Like I'm going to be a future doctor or like a future
like lawyer or whatever.
Something like that, a profession or whatever, you know.
But when it came to the people of color, they segments like said stuff like I am an African American woman, and then for the guy it was like I'm a brother.
Like I'm a brother.
Here's the problem. So in people's mind, like when you look at that, it comes off as if people of color can't be like
can't have a future profession, so we can't have no professions.
I can't be a doctor,
right?
I can't be a lawyer.
No, I'm just black.
I'm just black.
I'm just African American. Okay. Like
that's trash. So after doing more digging, I learned that the students of color they actually said more to their statement. But whoever made these photos, they only took that part.
Right.
So whoever is doing y'all media at Mizzou needs to reevaluate that person.
But we always been on Mizzou been trash. So
yeah, because that's garbage. So then they sent out like this apology video. It's pure garbage. I'm really offended, and I feel like those athletes they should be offended as well. Like. So you think I'm just African American woman? I'm just a brother? Come on, man. I'm way more than that. So I can't be in corporate America, but you can use me for like wins on the sporting team. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's really trash.
Of course it is, but you know Mizzou has a history of being
trash like that though.
Right.
So
that's not really surprising, but like they try to be like inclusive. They're trying to do this whole inclusive diversity thing. It didn't work out.
It's not surprising, but seeing it happen more and more, like coming like from them especially, is getting to a point as to where it's like, who's hiring y'all? So out of a full statement of the student saying, I am African American woman and blah blah blah, you took just that. She probably said, I'm going to be a doctor at the end of that, but you just took this part. Okay, fine. That's garbage.
I don't know if they was trying to, with the whole, like, trying to, diversity thing, they was trying to include
That's not diversity.
Like, I don't get their logic. I don't get it.
It's not diverse because the students who are, like, not, like
but did you see the video? It wasn't, like, the ratio.
Yeah.
Wasn't even, like.
It was whack. I think Mizzou has, like whoever is doing their marketing, they need to be reevaluated or go through a diversity training, and they also need to like just go through better steps as to prevent things like this from happening, because it can't keep happening. That's a problem,
and but it keeps happening.
It keeps happening. It's pure garbage. It's pure garbage, and it's really sad. That explains why I never went there.
I almost did. I was like this close.
You were going to be a Tiger?
I was. I'm glad that didn't work out.
You were going to be a Mizzou Tiger.
I was. I went to the school and everything. I did.
Yeah. I just think that's pure garbage. That's beyond trash. Beyond.
So.
Well, listen, NBA is back. I'm excited.
Yes, more games to come.
It's games happening right now.
I know.
It's happening now. I'm like really excited. Like I have not been this excited for a season in like a long time.
Right. So what do you want to make do you want to make a prediction?
I sure don't.
No, wait. Do you want to make a prediction like after All-Star?
Okay, yeah.
To see.
Talk to me after All-Star.
Okay. We gonna talk after All-Star.
Because I plan on going to All-Star.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
I'm planning on going with you. What?
Turn up. I'm serious.
I am too.
Turn up.
So y'all
yeah.
catch us.
All
All-Star.
Yeah.
2020
Yeah.
Chicago, right?
Yes.
Yep.
But yeah, ask me after All-Star, and then I can give you a slight prediction.
Okay.
Catch
Fair
me
enough.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'll provide mine as well.
Okay. This was a good episode.
Yes.
I feel really informed. I mean the Clippers are so far on the road. That's all I can say. Like so far. I mean like they're 2 games in, but
They proven that
they look pretty
they may
solid.
be the face of LA. Sorry, Lakers.
Don't do that.
They just may. No, I mean not like this year. Is gonna be Clippers are just. This is their city. This year, I'm not saying like
I
you
feel
said. LA is all the Lakers are always gonna be LA's team. Okay,
True,
but
true.
this year, Clippers just
you-
might take that.
if you say so. If you say so.
I'm just saying.
If you
Hey, and for all you Warriors, hold on, air quotes, Warriors fans, please do not be a bandwagon and get on the Clippers band. Don't do that. I'm already seeing it. I'm already seeing it.
I'm definitely not gonna do that. That's not me.
I'm already seeing it.
I was a Warriors fan. Well, I liked them as a team just because I like Steph, and then when Kevin Durant got there, it made it easier for me. But I was always a Lakers fan, even though they were losing still.
I jumped ship after Kobe left. Sorry.
I didn't. I still rock with that purple and gold.
Oh, okay.
I still rock.
All right,
If you do not, make sure you follow us on our Instagram. The Instagram name is WDWKAS Podcast.
and our Twitter is What Do Women Know 1, and that's KNO, the number 1.
Find us on YouTube.
Find us on YouTube at
DWKAS Podcast.
Right.
As always, I am Bree Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.